NBC's presentation of NASCAR is brought to you by ADT, the power that protects more families than any other security company in America. By the all-new Chevy Monte Carlo, the side you show the world is up to you. And by Pepsi, the joy of cola.
Log on to MSNBCSports.com and check out the chase for this season's NASCAR championship. Vote on whether you think Dale Jarrett will emerge with his first Winston Cup title. Plus, read about his close relationship with his famous racing father, Ned, a two-time NASCAR champion. It's all at MSNBCSports.com, the official website of NBC Sports. Just past the 150-mile mark of today's Pennzoil 400 for the NASCAR Winston Cup Series here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Bobby Labonte is your leader. As you can see, we've swapped the lead around several times, but no caution flags in this one. And all 43 of the cars who started the event are still running. Darrell Waltrip behind the wall a short while ago has brought his Ford back out onto the speedway, so everybody that started is still going after it. Looking back at a race for the 8th and 9th positions, Mike Skinner and Jeff Burton are the two cars involved. We ride with Jeff Burton here as he tries to get that spot away from Mike Skinner, who slides a little bit wide up in the corner.
Well, you know, they're on a tire run now. They're halfway through the tire run, or gas stop, if you want to say it that way. The car is going to start pushing a little bit, sliding around, things of that nature. As you've seen, when they put tires on, they were right around the bottom of the racetrack. Now they're starting to use the racetrack up.
Alan, I think Jeff Burton was second fast last night in happy hour, too. So this is a good car, and it's no surprise we see him making the charge from the back here. It's up to 9th.
Jeff started in 21st position. It's been a terrific season for Jeff. There you see 6 wins in 1999. The problem for Jeff this season have been 6 finishes in the 30s due to problems of one sort or another, and those problems have left him 6th in the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship standings instead of farther up contending for the title, as you would have thought with those 6 victories.
Well, that's been the amazing thing about Jerry. So consistent, not making mistakes, and just week in and week out, that's what you got to do to win a championship.
But from a driver's side, if you're going to have those 30th place finishes, those 6 wins didn't hurt at all.
No, he doesn't. He's made a lot of money, too.
Yeah.
Focusing up ahead on Mike Skinner, the man who is racing with Jeff Burton for that 8th position. His crew chief, Larry McReynolds, is down on pit road now. Let's get their thoughts. Mike Massaro.
And Alan, of course, Mike Skinner also battling with Ward Burton in the points. Ward 9th. And, of course, Mike Skinner 10th in points. They're battling on the racetrack right now. But Mike Skinner appears to be having some handling problems. Let's get a word with Larry McReynolds, the crew chief there, and find out what's happening with that car, Larry.
Yeah, I obviously couldn't hear what you said, but, you know, I mean, we're pretty proud of the way we're running. I mean, if you look at the rundown right now, Chevrolet's in pretty big trouble. I think we're the top running Chevrolet right now, but we've had a good week here. Got a lot of practice and tried a lot of things on Thursday and applied some things this morning, and looks like it's got the looks of a long green flag run, so I'm sure pit strategy, fuel mileage is going to have a little bit to do with it. We'll just keep tweaking on it. Right now, he's just saying biggest thing is he loses the nose behind another car, but just keep going here and see what happens.
Well, like Larry said, we're in the midst of a very long green flag run. Back to you guys.
Skinner, a 42-year-old, originally from Susanville, California, making his 109th Winston Cup start. A very avid golfer off the racetrack, and you don't want to get on the golf course with Mike because he's as competitive as on the golf course as he is on the racetrack. I have personal experience with this. Now, Ward Burton is just ahead of Mike. Ward running in the 6th position here. And Ward from South Boston, Virginia, has had some heartbreak this season. 3 different times he's finished in 2nd position to his brother Jeff, but for Ward, it's been a terrific improvement for 1999 over the 1998 season. 18th in the final championship a year ago, 9th right now with 2 races to go in this 99 season. Now, yesterday here at Homestead, if you weren't with us, this was the setting now on a final restart with 4 laps to go. Ward Burton is the leader, first car in line. Joe Nemechek is behind him, and Ward jumped the restart as the final leader.
It was an unfortunate circumstance for Ward. He just got a little too anxious, it looks like, or at least that's what it shows on video here, that NASCAR has a line across the racetrack, and you cannot accelerate until you get to that point, and they thought he jumped it a little early, and unfortunately lost him a race. Don't know if he would have won it, but he would have surely finished 2nd.
Alan, we saw Larry McReynolds, one of the crew chiefs there, and I really get a kick out of this. I compare them to coaches in football, and we saw him there. Hey, Larry McReynolds is doing commercials, TV commercials. He's become a very high-paid specialist, and these guys are like coaches over here in Winston Cup. They're the guys that run the show. They're the technical person. They deserve a lot of money. They're getting it. And actually, guys like Jimmy Makar, Larry McReynolds, or actually Ray Everham are becoming stars.
Jeremy Mayfield has just been on pit road for a green flag stop. Unfortunately, he was speeding when he left. There is Mayfield. So he is going to have to come back down pit road for a stop-and-go penalty here, and that's going to cost him an awful lot of time. There's the black flag for Mayfield for the penalty.
That's very crucial, Alan. What do you mean by speeding down pit road? The drivers establish a pit road speed during the pace laps. They don't have a speedometer in the car, but they put the car in whether it's first gear or second gear, and they look at their tach, their RPMs. And somewhere along the line, Jeremy must have cheated pit road just a little bit.
Talk about this pit road here for a minute, Mike, at Homestead, because it's a little bit different than most speedways.
Well, you've got a line starting right here, which is the entrance to turn 3, and you follow this line all the way through here. This is about a mile in length, actually. My line's a little off, but we're right in through here.
Oh, you drivers can never color between the lines.
Yeah. The actual pit road speed starts right about there.
So that's how you get onto pit road, is that inner access road around the insides of turns 3 and 4, and then coming off of pit road, it's just the opposite.
Yeah, you can accelerate as fast as you want till pit road. Then, right in that area there, you've got another access road, and it comes up right through here. And you come out of turn 2, and you can run as fast as you possibly can right through this area till you come onto the back straightaway, right in that area there. But the problem we got right there is this area right here. Right in here is where they caught Jeremy for some type of problem. He was just so aggressive getting in or getting off pit road.
And the reason for the pit road speed limit is safety for the guys who go over the wall to change the tires. You don't want a car running 100 miles an hour down through there and maybe getting out of control.
Mike, I don't want you coaching Bobby Labonte. You would have wrecked 3 times there. You had us off in the water and everything.
Yeah, but the sun's on my machine here, so we're doing the best we can. We got the point across, Joe.
You got it. You did a good job of that, too. Our crew chiefs always say, hey, race on and off pit road. It's not just a pit stop. You can have a 15-second pit stop, and like you said, Mike, lose 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds.
Yeah, this is 1 mile. 1 mile pit road by the time you enter turn 3, and you can run as fast as you can from 3 to 4. Pit road speed down, back off of pit road, back to turn 2. A lot of time can be gained or lost there.
And the time lost for Jeremy Mayfield because of the pit stop. He was in the top 10 when he came in the pit road. Because of the penalty, he is back in 33rd position, a couple of laps down. It'll hurt him, especially if a caution comes out before the other leaders come down pit road. He'll get some of it back if everybody else comes through the pit lane before a yellow flag comes out. Mayfield is doing what they call short pitting. We touched on it a little bit earlier in the show.
Short pitting means basically you don't need gas, but the tires are wearing, and you can run faster lap speeds with fresher tires. Jeremy's the one that kind of started it early on, got our pit sequence off, basically. And everybody was clocking, saying, hey, look how much speed he picked up. Let's dive down pit road. You've seen Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart dive down pit road, and then all of a sudden everybody pitted because it was about a 7 or 8 quicker pit window than whatever we planned on, but the track speed, lap speeds were so much quicker.
Now, the next pit stops may go a little bit different depending on everybody now in the pits has had a chance to see how and what kind of gas mileage their car gets.
Definitely.
So we could see some people really starting to stretch things, Mike, as the race goes.
Definitely, Joe. Along with it, they've also checked tire wear. We've seen a problem on David Green's tire where they had too much camber in the right front, which means the top of the tire was laid in. The more camber you put on it, the more grip you get with the front tires.
The leaders all pitted at lap 59. We are at lap 117 now, so we should have another round of pit stops for all of the front runners very shortly. So we'll take a break and come back with more in just a minute. Bobby Labonte leads. You're watching NASCAR on NBC.